Hi everyone, it's Holly. I'm back. I already recorded part one to this video that's talking about more like face products. So if you haven't seen that yet, you might want to go watch that one either after this or before this. It's just a part one and two. What this is going to be about is the basket that I have that I kind of keep under my bathroom sink. I refer to that a lot of times as my graveyard of products or graveyard of makeup. Some of the products do get revived and get used again, as I'll be like, why did I ever stop using that? Some of the products are just almost empty, so I purchased new ones and then didn't finish them off. Shameful, shameful. I shouldn't be doing that. And then some of them are just products I did not like. Or maybe that I just didn't love. So I wouldn't really repurchase them again. And I stopped using them halfway through because I'm like, I don't love this. So why am I forcing myself to use it? A lot of these I got a hold of before I really understood the return policies, such as or at places such as Walgreens, Sephora, Ulta. If you return something, it's pretty much a no questions asked type of policy. So anytime I buy something new, I always hold on to my receipt for a few days while I test it out a little bit. And if it's not working for me, I will return it. These makeup companies, they want you to be happy with their products. So they don't want you to keep using something if you don't like it. They'd rather you repurchase from them again and buy something else than sit and be using a product that you think is terrible and it puts a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? On the brand as a whole. So that's just all I have to say about that. Return something if you don't like it, period. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into this. I don't want these videos to be insanely long, so I'm going to try to kind of talk quickly about each item. The first one up, I'm on eyeshadow palettes, and the first one up is something that I liked, but it was more of an impulse buy. I go into Ulta or Sephora or even Walgreens a lot, and I never go in there and buy just the one product I came in there for. I always end up coming out with things that I just was like, oh my gosh, I saw something just shiny and new and I wanted to try it. Or I had heard so and so say it was good, or so and so say it was good, and there it was, or it was on sale or whatever. And I end up buying these things and then I don't necessarily love them, or I'm like, what was I thinking? I shouldn't have spent the money on that. There was 4 other things I could have gotten that I needed more desperately. And this was one of them. It's the Tarte Make Magic Happen eyeshadow palette. Tarte's packaging is always so cute. There's something, I think that's eyeshadow or eyelash glue on there. Their packaging is always so cute. I mean, literally adorable. Their shadows are awesome. I've loved other Tarte palettes that I've had, so I think that might be one of the reasons why I bought this. But you will see when I open it up in here that I've barely used these. Like literally barely use them. It's just kind of a neutral tone palette. I just kind of moved on to bigger and better things. Like they swatch so nicely. They have like a nice little sheen to them. They're not like glittery. They're just like shimmery and they're pretty. But I've just bought palettes since that have this type of thing in it in addition to a lot of other things. So I think I paid like maybe $30 for this. Would not repurchase because I just don't get a lot of use out of it. I am going to force myself to try to use this more though, so that way it's not a total waste. They are still making this, so if you saw something you liked when I just held it up, by all means buy it. Tarte shadows are great. They are so great. And speaking of Tarte shadows, I'm going to go on into my very first ever like real makeup palette purchase. There are 3 of these palettes. There's one called the Tarte Tartelette palette. It's kind of got an all purple packaging. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette by Tarte. And then I also have the Tartelette Toasted palette, which you probably see in my videos all the time because I use it as a mirror. I use it still. I just got the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill palette, or Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette, and I just haven't looked back yet. But once the shininess and newness of that wears off, I'm sure I'm going to go back to use this. Plus, I'm going to do some instructional videos using some different palettes. So I will go back and use that more. This one I can't go back and use. It was so well loved that I traveled with it, took it on a plane. I don't know if you can even see that. But you can see, I mean, I hit pan on a lot of them naturally, so that was cool. But this is a very kind of a neutral palette with just like a nice little shimmer. And you could do several different full looks with it. It had two different transition shades. It had some nice little outer corner accent shades to it, some great lid shades, and an inner corner highlight, which was this shade Funny Girl that I absolutely loved. And it's the one that broke in the plane. So I can't really use this anymore. I more or less hold on to it for sentimental value. But this is a fantastic beginner's palette. It's so easy to blend and work with, and you can do some looks and kind of get a little fancy without getting kind of like crazy and feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't wear this out because it's just an insanely crazy look. But I just had my mom buy this because she's kind of trying to step her makeup game up a little bit. And I just had her buy this. I think she bought it at Sephora. I bought mine at Ulta. I think it's $42, but I definitely got $42 worth of use out of it. And I definitely got $42 worth of use out of this one. It still looks good. But this is another kind of a beginner's palette if you want more of a warm palette. These are beautiful. They're all beautiful. Cannot recommend these enough, but this is definitely more neutral. So if you're looking to try some new things, but you don't want to get crazy, go for this one all day, every day. I will recommend this, especially to a beginner. So go out and get you one if you're wanting to try some new things. And this is great. I love it. I'm glad I bought it, and I've created a lot of awesome looks with it. One of those I'll be doing an instructional video with. Okay, the last palette, I think I'm getting this gold shadow on my shirt. The last palette is the Pacifica palette. It's Natural Minerals. I saw some Pacifica, I think, being sold at Ulta when I was there over the holidays. I did not purchase this palette. This was my niece's palette, and it sat around in the bathroom for like a year and a half, and I was finally like, if you're not going to use this, I am. It was right when I first started watching some instructional videos and tutorials on YouTube, so I wanted to try some new things. And the first time I ever did a look with this, I went out somewhere that night, and someone that I had known for a while came up to me and said, "Who did your eyeshadow tonight?" And I was like, "I did." "Why?" He's like, "No, you didn't." I said, "Yes, I did." He's like, "It looks bomb, man. Like, you did a good job." And I was just stunned, but it kind of gave me inspiration to have a little confidence in myself and my abilities and keep on trying new things. And so this palette's kind of special to me. It's very well loved and used, but it has 3 cream shades, 2 blushes. This one's kind of a goldy blush. This one's a very dark pink, and then 3 of the glitter shades. Every once in a while I'll use shimmer. I'll use the gold on this or the pink, or like if I'm watching a UK game or going somewhere to watch it, I'll use this blue just for a little hint of blue accent. And it's good. It retails, like I said, I think for $30. I did see that they're still selling this online. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and pick it up. But I've just bought a lot of things since that blow me out of the water, whereas that one was just good for getting started. The last thing on the eyes portion of the video, no, there's one more thing, is the Stila Magnificent Metals. This is the metallic gilded gold. This is the first way that they put out the Magnificent Metals. Now they put it in the little tube with the doe foot applicator, which I showed you in my eyeshadow instructional video. But I love these products. However, I've had this one for like at least 6 months, maybe longer. So it's starting to dry up. So that's why I don't kind of go to it every day, and it kind of stays in my basket. But if I want to do like a gold inner corner glitter highlight, I'll reach for this. I just spray like 2 sprays of the MAC Fix Plus on a little tiny brush, dip it in, and apply it. They stick fine on the eye once you get them on. They're just hard to get out of the pot. So I think this was $20-something, and I'm going to finish using it up, but I don't know that I would repurchase it in this formula. The doe foot applicator just makes it so much easier to use. So that's what I have to say about that. The last, I have 3 eye products. The last 3, one I bought as like a waterline liner, because if you use a white or a nude liner, it can make your eyes appear more open. But I really had a problem getting the product into the waterline in the first place, and it definitely didn't stay. This is by Hard Candy, and I would not repurchase it even though it's inexpensive. The only thing I really use it for is it has a sharpener on the end that I sharpen like pencil lip liners and things with, but would not repurchase this. It does not stay on. It's not a good performing product. It's extremely inexpensive. I think I paid maybe $2 for it, but would not buy again. These are some of my old try and true eyeliners, but I do not use them anymore. But they were good products to learn with. If they even still make these products, they probably aren't in the same type of packaging. But this is the Maybelline Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and it just has a little kind of like a semi-fine tipped, it's so dried up, applicator, so it's not a brush. It's really easy to learn to do like a winged liner with this type of thing. So that's why I wanted to talk about it. I have another one, Black Lacquer. This is also Maybelline. I don't know the exact brand that, or line within the line that this is, because it's all faded off. But this was the same type of idea. It had that little pointy applicator, and it really helped me to learn to do winged liner. So if you're a beginner, I recommend buying a product similar to this. These stayed on. They were waterproof. They were good. Before you get into a brush or a gel or a felt tip pen works nicely to help you learn too. But I feel like these really are nice for beginners. The last face product that I have is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner True Instant Color. This is in the shade Haute, Haute Pink. I really liked this. As you can see, it's short. It was a full-size pencil when I first got it. Keep sharpening her up and using it. I bought it with a hot pink liquid lip from Milani that I also really like, but it's in my drawer downstairs. And I use this just for specific outfits on specific days. It's not an everyday type of thing. I'm not wearing hot pink lipstick every day of my life. But this was a good lip liner, so I wanted to include it. Let's see. Now I'm just going to talk about a couple products that I really like. Some of them are skincare, some are hair care, but I'm going to try to get through them really quickly. The first thing is the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Coconut Oil Body Oil. It comes out in a pump. This has coconut oil, Monoi, M-O-N-O-I oil, and sweet almond oil. The reason I really like this product is a lot of us get more dry in the wintertime, or if you live in a dry climate like I do, you can kind of struggle with extreme dryness. Here's a little TMI, but I never really had a problem with like dry or cracking or peeling feet. My feet always stayed like just naturally moist on their own. But when moving to a drier climate in combination with it being wintertime, my feet were going through it. I mean, not at an extreme level, but they were more dry than they had ever been in my life. So my stepdad sent me this in my Christmas stuff, and I've been using it ever since. I apply this as soon as I get out of the shower, and I really just like massage it into my feet, especially on those areas that tend to get more dry or rough, like my heels, and just massage it on there really well. Put a pair of socks on immediately, and this is not necessarily to make it work better. However, if you walk on like a tile floor or a laminate floor with the oil on your feet, it's going to be extremely slippery. Just take it from someone who knows. And even if you might not slip in that moment, if you come back in and you're wearing socks later or something, the floor is really slick. So apply it, put your sock on. Apply it on the other foot, put your sock on. Don't put your feet down on the floor immediately after, or you could really cause some problems for yourself. But the transformation in my skin on my feet was almost overnight using this, and I just use it every time that I get out of the shower or at night sometimes before I go to bed. And I also put this on my elbows and my whole body after getting out of the shower, just not as intensely as I do on the feet, especially like after shaving and stuff like that. It's very soothing and good for your skin, and it really kind of like drinks up the oil and the moisture in it. So then when you put on your regular moisturizer, you already feel like you have some moisture to your skin. Highly recommend this. I know they sell Palmer's at Walmart. I'm not sure where else they sell it. I didn't buy it, and I can't tell you how much it is, But if it's not too inexpensive or too expensive of a product, I highly recommend you using it. And my favorite dry shampoo is the Dove Refresh and Care Volume and Fullness Dry Shampoo. This is great, helping your color to last longer, so you're not like washing your hair every single day. It has a great scent. It gives you some volume and fullness. It does come out white. So if you let it sit on your hair for a minute after you get it on, and then you kind of take your fingers and rub it in or brush it in, that will go away. I kind of lived and learned on that, especially when I'm getting some roots. It will look almost gray on the darker hair. So I have to be sure that I really like kind of blend it in. And, if you have brown hair or black hair, really dark hair, I recommend getting a more darker dry shampoo that actually comes out dark. Batiste makes a really good one. So this may not be the product for you if you have super dark hair, but it does work its way in if you work it in. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. The next one is Herbal Essences Body Envy Volumizing Mousse, and also the Tousle Me Softly Tousling Mousse. These smell amazing. If you have like a natural body or wave or curl to your hair, I'd say you'll really like these. They're not new products. I've just been using them forever. They're my tried and true holy grail. So definitely pick those up. They're affordable, available at all drugstores, Walmart, grocery stores, whatever. And then also the Herbal Essences Body Envy Volumizing Hairspray. This is good too. I just love these products because they perform and they smell fantastic. So I had to recommend that. And the last thing is the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Body Mist or Perfume. Everywhere I go, when I wear this, someone tells me that I smell really great. It just smells like a nice perfume. Doesn't smell too like old lady-ish, too florally, too fruity, too anything. It's just a very nice smelling perfume. You might think it smells terrible, but I really like it. I've tried it. This is probably, you can see it's almost empty. That's the only reason I mentioned it. I've probably been through 3 or 4 of these. So just wanted to mention that too. That's all the products that I really have in front of me. These are not the products that I use on a daily basis as far as the makeup goes. The hair stuff and the perfumes I do use on a more daily basis. But that's why I wanted to talk about these things, because if I'm not using them on a daily basis anymore, it means I found something that I like a little better, or found something that's newer within the line, like a newer released item or more newly released item. There we go. So that's why I kind of wanted to talk about them, to say whether or not they're still good. You can still go back to them. I'm still enjoying them. Or it's something that I just did not like. But knowing what I know now, if I would have known it then, I would have returned some of those things. And I definitely would return them today if I had the same kind of experience. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. If not, hopefully it was just entertaining. If you're liking the videos I'm putting out, please log into YouTube and subscribe to my channel. If you just click on the links that I'm posting on Facebook, you're not signed into your YouTube, so it's not going to let you subscribe to my channel or like any of the videos. And based on the videos I get more likes on or more views on, it kind of helps me to know if you like that particular content or not. So it'll help me to know if I should make more videos like that, such as like an eyeshadow instructional video or applying face makeup. I'm going to do a brows one, so hang tight for that. I'll probably shoot it tomorrow. But with all of that being said, I'm going to sign out of here now. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.